Hey y'all, we're getting together today and we are going to make a little vanilla extract. Simple process. I was checking on the stash that I made earlier, or not earlier, but December 15 of 24, I made a case with the intentions of giving it away for Christmas, and I was checking on how it looked, which we'll go over here in just a second. But I'm just going to show you how simple it is, and with the holidays fast approaching, great time to start thinking about homemade gifts, especially things that need to ferment. And this is one of those things. We're going to be doing just a 2-cupper. Well, actually, it's a little less than 2 cups. It's a 1 3/4 bottle. And for every cup of vodka or bourbon or whatever you'd like to use, it's 6 to 8 beans. These are the beans that I'm using, grade A. And since it's a little under 2 cups, it's like a 1 3/4 cups, 12 beans is gonna be perfect. I'm going to use vodka this time. I did make a blend the last time. I had a case of 12 and I did 6 bourbon and 6 vanilla. So you can just get yourself a nice bottle of bourbon, excuse me, I'm stumbling there, bottle of bourbon and or vodka. I picked up vodka for this one here because I didn't have enough left out of the last bottle to complete today's project. So what we're going to do is take these vanilla beans out of the package, and then we are going to slice them down the middle. And the reason that you're going to slice or open them, it helps obviously the vanilla bean loosen its seeds and create the extract. So this is the vanilla bean. Another important piece to remember is, like in these bottles, you'll notice it's not going to cover the full bean. The bean needs to be fully submerged in whatever you choose. So if you choose a smaller bottle, you may have to cut them in half. If you choose something smaller than this, you may have to cut them smaller. But you want the bean fully submerged. So in this case, my bottle is tall enough to submerge the full bean. So the only thing that I need to do is to make a slit down the middle of the bean and expose the vanilla seeds. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer to show you how I do it. I basically use just a small paring knife or whatever kind of knife you prefer, but I take and just run down the center of each one of those beans. And if it goes off course and you're not on the center, no big deal. The important piece to remember is you need to expose those beans. And then all we're gonna do is stick them in the bottle. So that's what we're gonna do 12 times. All right, so we've got them all cut. We're gonna put the last 3 of them in. So now we've got our 12 vanilla beans with a slit down the center to open up those beans. And now we are going to fill it with vodka. So again, I'm gonna use some Tito's. You do you, use whatever vodka you'd like. It just has to be an alcohol that is above 35%. So if you choose bourbon, rum, vodka, it has to be above 35% in order to do the trick. And I'm gonna start off with 1.5 cup because I added the beans and I'm not 100% sure how much room that is going to take. But we're gonna do, well, I think I poured a little bit over, but I can always pour back into the bottle here. Got a little funnel to make the process a little bit easier. And we are basically going to fill until we cover those beans. That was a little too much. All right, so we'll dump a little bit of it out. I overdid it by about, I don't know, a couple tablespoons. There we go, that looks better. All right, so now we got our bottle and we just latch it. Best results is to let it sit 4 to 6 months. Shaking it weekly. What they mean by shaking it is just walk past it and go like this. Even doing it today, you'll see that there's already some beans that shook loose, which is exactly what you want. That's how it gets to vanilla extract. So we'll let this sit in a dark, you don't want it in sunlight, dark or cool place, cabinet or cupboard, wherever you want to store it, it doesn't matter, just out of direct sun. And then just walk by when you think about it, or set a timer on your phone and get it set for every week or every other week, whatever you want to make time for. And I'm just going to clean this up here real quick. And I do want to give the bottle a quick wipe down. And I did make some labels with my label maker. So we're going to do that next. I'm going to turn you back up to me here. Hi. So we're going to do, just dry this off a little bit, just to make sure our label adheres. So there we are, nice dry bottle. And I have this little printing machine, which is Bluetooth that hooks to your phone. And I just made a label. And on the label, I put standard vanilla extract, meaning it's vodka. And then I put the date it was made, 7/19 of 26, and best used after the 6 months period, which is 1/19 of 27. So if you choose to give these as a gift, it's a nice little reminder. Instead of saying, hey, wait a month to use this after I give this to you, just put it on the bottle for them. So all I'm gonna do is, I peeled my label off. We're going back down here. And we are gonna find, that one's kind of crooked. I printed two, sorry. We might use the second one. All right, so we are going to center trying to center it with the top of the bottle opener, the little metal piece. But boom, we have a waterproof, this is waterproof, label with the information needed for the individual either gifting it to or for yourself. If you're making this for yourself and you just want to remember, hey, it's going to be better after such and such a date, excellent way to do it. Now, as follow-up on my other grouping here, I just made a case. So I labeled it with the date I made it, and these are what they're looking like. So like I said, I did 6 and 6. I did 6 with vodka and 6 with bourbon. So here's what the vodka one looks like. You see all the little beans there floating around. Smells amazing. So that one's ready to go. It's obviously done its fermenting. So those of you who know me may be getting one of these for Christmas. And here is the bourbon one. And I just put a little initial on the bottom since they're in the mixed case, BV or VV. And then it was labeled with the date. So as gifts, I'll come back through and I'll do one of these nice labels now that I have this little label maker, and put on the date it was made and what version it is. So here is the bourbon one. And this is all you do once a week, or I haven't even been faithful, to be honest with you. I'm lucky to do it once a month, but the rule says once a week, so do it once a week. And again, you can get different grades of vanilla beans. I've bought all of mine off of line on Amazon. This is a grade A. I don't even know who this is. This is from essencefoodandbeverage.com. This is, it's just an original vanilla bean, but grade A. So you can get all different grades if you don't want to get fancy, like you don't like the people maybe that you're giving it to, you just want a cheap bean, buy a cheap bean. But this is grade A. You can get all the other grades on there as well. And it's a simple and easy project. I did want to show you one other thing. Save bottles that other beverages come in. I have some bottles that I've had packaged with lemonades. And even though they're large, like if this is gonna be something used for you, make it in that and let it sit. The longer it sits, the better it gets. So hope it's a quick and easy idea for you to get some Christmas projects going. They'll be able to use this shortly after, if you start now, about a month after Christmas. And most people would already have one in the cabinet that they have to finish up anyway. So it's a great way to give something homemade that you know people use. Pretty much everybody who cooks or bakes uses a vanilla bean. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you are off having a great day. Continue on. Peace out.